Hey guys, my name is Kate Matthias. Welcome to my YouTube channel. First ever video. Today we're going to be talking kind of about my health story and what I'm going to be doing on this YouTube channel. Like I said, my name is Kate Matthias, and thank you so much for watching. I'm going to start off just telling you a little bit myself and telling about my health history and how I really got into the natural medicines and essential oils and that kind of thing. And then I will be telling you guys what my channel will be about, urban homesteading, and how I'm going to bring the two together and kind of my lifestyle in that way and my passion behind it. So I guess I'll just dive right in. So I grew up in Southern California. Me and my husband actually both did. We live here now in South Carolina, more out in the country, I guess you would say, but really the city is actually right in our backyard as well. So we do a lot of natural medicines and a lot of different things, but still living an urban lifestyle, very much so. But when I grew up in California, when I was about, I was always a really healthy, vibrant child as a kid, tons of energy. If you ask anybody that knew me at that age, they just could not contain me. I was crazy, just fun, excitement, that kind of thing. But when I was about 6 years old, my parents decided to build a home out in Southern California. And with that coming into play, we had to live in a trailer for about 3 years when I was about 6 years old. And that property, the trailers we lived on, were actually right under some major power lines. Just where it all comes together, the power lines all come together. And so living under those major power lines, it actually, for 3 years of living under it, it started weakening my immune system. If you research the electricity and the power lines and stuff like that, if you live next to a major power plant or major electricity lines, it can do that to you, which is kind of scary. But that's what started happening to me. So it really started weakening my immune system. And honestly, there's so many things in life that can weaken someone's immune system. It doesn't have to just be that. You know, it could be a lifestyle of something, it could be so many different things. But for me, it was the power lines I lived under that were weakening my immune system. So we actually lived in that trailer for about 3 years. And then when our custom home was built, we moved in. And I just kind of started having a sore throat, a nagging sore throat, actually every single morning I woke up. And it was just this nagging, scratchy sore throat. And then at one point it got so bad, my mom's like, I need to take her to the doctor. Let's get some antibiotics. Let's treat this thing, stop this sore throat that's been going on. So we went to the doctors, and it stopped it, the antibiotics, and a couple months later I started getting a sore throat again. So my mom took me back and we got another antibiotic, and this kept going on to the point where as soon as my antibiotic would stop, the next morning I would, after my last, taking it that day, the next morning, I would wake up with another sore throat. And again, we would go to the doctors. And sometimes it would turn into strep throat. And finally, towards the end of the year, I would say, after a while of this going on, just the sore throats, at the end of that time, it just wasn't just a sore throat, but it was starting to be strep throat after strep throat. So as soon as my antibiotic would stop, I would wake up the next morning with a sore throat. And it just kept getting stronger and stronger. The antibiotics they were having to give to me just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I don't know if many know this, but just putting it, I guess, into simple words, every time you take an antibiotic, it helps your body, but it also kills some of the good bacteria you have in you to fight off the sicknesses that are in this world that try to come upon us since we're human. And so with every antibiotic I took, it would kill some of the good bacteria. So pretty soon, after so much of time of having to do this with the doctors, stronger and stronger antibiotics, I was not really having any good bacteria left in me to fight off anything. I was just living off these antibiotics to survive through the day. And so I just became very sick. Then I started realizing that I had ingrown toenails. Both sides of my big toes, I had ingrown toenails. So my mom took me to the doctor, and we took them out. The doctor took them out, and one of them healed perfectly, and the other one though got infected. So she took me in and we got an antibiotic for it to help the infection, but the infection never went away. The infection, sorry, I twisted my words there. The infection went away, but the toe never healed. So I just kept, then it would get infected again since it wasn't healing, and again they would give me a stronger antibiotic. Now at this point, I'm, not 6 years old. I'm probably about 10, 11 years old, and I'm not only taking antibiotics every day for a sore throat, but as well for a toe that I was not that vibrant child anymore. I was not that energetic, vibrant, like just go for anything, spur the moment child anymore. I was always very sick and just tired, and I guess just not how I was supposed to be at that age, and that's just not who I was as a person. But my quality of life was really just not what it used to be, from my immune system weakening so much that my body wasn't able to fight off my sore throats, my toe infection, just all this stuff without antibiotics that honestly weren't working, because as soon as I would stop them, I would go right back down. I was at the point where I was starting freshman in high school. So that was from 6 years old. Now I'm a freshman in high school. And when I was a freshman in high school, I was starting high school, and the night before I started my freshman year, I went to my mom. I said, "Mom, I'm starting to feel scratchy throat." And she was like, "You know what? This is how it always goes, By tomorrow you'll wake up with a sore throat." And so she gave me antibiotics, and we hoped for the best. And I woke up freshman morning, and I was like, I have a sore throat, but I can make it through the day. Like, I don't feel that sick. Like, I can't miss my first day of high school. And so I went, and I had a class before school started. So I had like a 0 period hour, and I went to it, and I barely made it through it. And I went home with 104 temperature, and I was hallucinating, and that's just the routine. As soon as I would get a sore throat, it would turn into strep so bad where I would get 104 temperature, I would be in bed, I would be hallucinating because I was so sick, and it would just be horrible, like my parents wanting to call the ambulance if it didn't die down type thing. So at this point, my mom got really scared. She was just so scared for my health. My toe wouldn't heal, or the infection would be away because of the antibiotics, but my toe wouldn't heal the sore from the ingrown toenail surgery. My sore throat would never go away, and every time I'd stop the antibiotics, it would start back up again. So through a friend, my mom started doing research and started looking into, is there some other way I can help my child? Because if this isn't helping her, if the doctors don't even know how to help her, and she's getting the strongest antibiotics, what am I to do? What am I supposed to do? So she kept researching. She would just research any area. She was open to anything really at this point. And through a friend, she actually heard about a natural doctor. So she's like, you know what? I'll give it a shot at this point. So she decided to make an appointment. We went, and through a bunch of different tests and just different conversations with her and different tests they ran on me, we found out that because my immune system was weakened so much when I was young, and throughout all these antibiotics that were not only trying to heal me, but that were damaging all the good bacteria, I had no good bacteria left in me. So all my organs were working overtime. And now at this point, my organs were not even wanting to work. That's why I was getting so tired, fatigued. That's why I just wasn't that vibrant, happy child, and why I was always sick. So my mom decided that we're gonna go to her and try it out. So this natural doctor had me doing tests, and then, like I said before, and then she had me taking natural medicines. and herbs and just, I guess you could say, a natural medicine that was focused on the certain things I personally was dealing with that she had gone to school to learn about. And she just really focused, and we went to her for a year and a half. Now, after a year and a half, which can be a lot of time for everybody, you know, kids were in school. My mom had more to do than just take me to the doctors, you know, a lot of time and effort, and we just stuck with it for a year and a half because we started seeing it benefit me. I started seeing my health change. And the symptoms I was having, the sore throats I was having, my toe healed up, and things were just changing. So for a year and a half I did this, and after a year and a half I actually got healed through natural medicine. And that is why I am so passionate about it. Now, when you're taking natural medicine and herbs, let's say if you're sick, instead of going to the doctor and taking the antibiotics that are going to help you, but yet still kill some of the good bacteria in you, it takes a while for your body to build up that good bacteria again. Now, when you're taking the natural medicine, it doesn't kill the good bacteria. It only kills the bad. And I fully believe that we are here on this earth where God gave us these natural medicines to be able to use so that we could fight off the sickness that this world brings us and have a good immune system. And, you know, there's so many different ways that come into this. It wasn't just that I took natural medicines and then we would go, you know, to McDonald's drive-thru. It was we had to change our whole lifestyle. Now, I get it when you're thinking, oh my goodness, I have a whole family, I have so much stuff going on, how do I change my entire lifestyle? How do I change buying all the natural medicines or buying the organic food or just eating at home more, eating healthier? Like, hey, I personally work 40 hours a week. My husband works over 40 hours a week. Like, we don't have the same days off. Like, we honestly are so busy. How do you do that? How do you change an entire lifestyle? But you have to. If you want natural medicines to work at its fullest, if you want your immune system to be stronger than ever, so that you don't end up spending all your money and your time in doctor's offices, you have to live a natural health and a healthy lifestyle altogether. For instance, a few things that come to mind that I do is I eat healthier. So that means sometimes I'm not able to afford all organic, but I take the most important things and I take those and eat those organically. And we just eat a lot of produce and eat more healthier. We don't go out a lot as much. We don't go straight to the doctor if something's wrong. You know, if I have a sore throat or if I'm stuffed up, I will do something here at home first to see if that fixes it. Just different things that we do. Buying skincare products that are healthier for you, those kind of things. So I guess I'll go into where my passion comes in. Like, obviously my life was changed forever when it comes to my health testimony, but I do understand, and I understand even more now that I'm married and I'm in my own home and having to afford everything myself and change, you know, make this lifestyle for two people, not just myself. It is hard, it is difficult, and it can be time consuming, and I get that. And I don't get that in the realm of kids yet, but I've seen my mom go through it. And I understand that, and having to pitch in myself as her kid when I was living at home. So my goal on here is to bring it in the simplest, easiest, most affordable way. And so you can still live that lifestyle. Me and Jonathan love living an urban lifestyle. We love living in the city. I don't know if you can hear the cars going by on the main street. I was hoping it would be quiet when I did the video, but we live basically, our backyard's the city, you know, and my parents love the country. They love going out there. They used to live out in the country, have chickens and goats and all that, but it's just not for me. I wasn't made to like that. I love the city. We both do. We both loved when we were in California, the traffic, I know that sounds crazy, but we just love that urban lifestyle. We both love working, and for now, you know, I work and he does work, and it just gets crazy. It's hard to have the time and be able to afford that kind of healthy lifestyle altogether on what brought, you know, my testimony around what I was talking about there. But it's hard to have that when you're living an urban lifestyle. So I really wanted to focus in this YouTube channel for doing urban homesteading. They sound contradictory, but I wanted to bring them together and have it be able to do the homesteading traditions. I wanted to bring those traditions that are still so important to me and Jonathan and bring them into my life now so that we can have them in our family as a routine when we have a family, and just have that lifestyle implemented in the easiest possible way so that we can still have that urban living style as well. And so that is my goal on this YouTube channel. I just really wanted to connect with you guys out there that might be, you know, struggling or wanting more thoughts or ideas or advice or things like that on bringing those homesteading traditions, those tidbits, those things. And I'll be starting off with things that I've have years of experience in, that I've been doing for years, and then we'll grow from there. But I want to bring those homesteading traditions into the urban lifestyle in the most affordable way and the most essential way. Please like or subscribe down below, or both, and so you can follow me and have those updates. And I thank you guys so much for watching this with me. Share this video, like it, subscribe it, and I'll see you next week.